Hi, welcome to my channel where we are trying to manage our emotions so we can have a good relationship with ourselves and not with vampire energies, okay? The way to get rid of them is the truth, okay? By using your intuition for good health, good wealth, but it comes from the essence of love, okay? Love is the biggest element, okay, on the earth. So we're looking at love, all right? Love of self, love of being, love of planet, love of God, but we're doing it in balance, okay? So you can co-create with the universe. The universe does not co-create without you. All my readings are timeless, okay? We all go through the same things because we're energy, but we all deal with things differently at different times, okay? So the first card we're looking for, all right? So we can have a good, healthy relationship to create heaven on earth within you first. So you can have heaven and on earth outside of you, okay? We're going to learn, all right, to operate, okay, outside of our limitations when it comes to society, okay? We're going to be more responsible, okay, for our actions, all right? Be more accountable so we can make rules away from our fears that create obstruction and limitations, okay? So we're teaching ourselves, all right? I'm a student and a teacher. That's a wise man, okay? So it doesn't matter if I'm wrong. If you feel I'm wrong, leave a comment. Let's communicate. That's the third time I've had this in 3 days. The first card that keeps coming out is communication. Somebody needs to let go of their thoughts, maybe, of trying to work it out with someone like a vampire energy. You got to make room for something new, okay? So maybe someone needs to communicate so they can create something new, all right? Remember, communication is the key as a part of love as well, all right? Love and truth will get you to heaven, okay? Heaven on earth, all right? We're going for a new era, a new life, a new shift, and it's going to be with the intuition, okay? Please, when you're dreaming, write your dreams down when you wake up and pay attention to them, all right? Because your loved ones are trying to communicate with you. Maybe your past over friends, partners, okay? They want to help you to have a better individual relationship with yourself, okay? Especially when it comes to signing contracts with partnerships, okay? That's one of the main reasons why we go for divorce is money, all right? We want a healthy relationship with ourselves, all right? We can have a healthy relationship outside of ourselves so we can decrease, okay, the energy of divorce rates, all right? Okay, so we're looking for communication. You could be a journalist, you could be a salesperson, you could be a teacher, okay? You're looking to communicate. Someone thinks you're very articulate, all right, very clever with your communication, but someone's very curious, all right? But someone could be very cunning, very gossipy, very nervous in their tensions. Why? Because someone's seeking forgiveness because maybe there was a breakdown on communication and somebody wants to work it out, all right? You could be a Gemini person, okay? Because we're looking at a date night. Somebody wants to communicate about a date night to get ready to be wined and dined, okay? All right? So we're looking at dating. We're looking at love, all right? Maybe someone needs to date themselves. Sometimes when you get agitated, you could be an artist, a gardener, a singer. Sometimes go and not hug a tree literally, but go and hug the universe, you know? Take some air. Bring some air within yourself. Someone's moving, changing residence, or someone's moving in with a partner. Okay, maybe this partner wants to have a conversation. They want to do commitment, all right? Maybe someone's thinking about commitment, so they want to have a date night to have a conversation. After this conversation, maybe you might have a new partner in your house. Take it as it resonates, okay? So we're looking at change, all right? Remember, every ending has a new beginning. We're looking at a beautiful change, okay? We're going into spiritual vision, okay, where you can create from your imagination and your psychic ability to lead you beyond materialism, okay? We don't want to be stuck in glamour and illusions for negative aspects in your life. We want to go for your highest self, all right, for your highest good. So someone's moving away from people, things, and places that are not serving them for our highest good and starting to communicate with themselves. That's how I found my masculine, you know. I was really busy about 13 years ago, and my highest self said, go on a date. Go on. You got a few hours between your castings. I was a model back then. Go and have a date on your own. You've always wanted to have a date on your own. And the first time I went on a date on my own, I went to a Caribbean restaurant, and that's where I met my masculine. Yeah, so for 3 months, and then, you know, the twin flame energy, you know, it's tough. But when people add partitioning, rituals, black magic, all that madness, we have to understand energy, my darlings, all right? When we use them sort of energy, it's only going to go back to that person or their family, okay? It will go back to people, things, and places. We've got to be careful of the energy that we're letting out, all right? Because what's within is outside of you, okay? So we're looking at our own individual uniqueness, all right, by using your intuition to how you can create, all right? Somebody wants to express, okay, because somebody wants to communicate in their expression, because someone feels inspired, all right? We're going with inspiration. You go with inspiration to make a breakthrough throughout your society, okay? Because you look at your structure to become independent and original, a fire sign person. All right, fire sign person is probably changing residence or moving in with a partner. Could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Maybe he wants to communicate. Maybe he wants forgiveness, but you've got to forgive himself first so he can move forward. All right. We're looking at fire sign. You could be Aries person. You could be very active. Someone feels very active, ambitious. They love your sharp talking. Very creative person. Okay, very free spirit. Remember, fire sign is the inspiration. They're born to love, all right? It's about romance, but from the intuition, that is the lesson of power, okay? Because now somebody's seeking, okay, to be direct within their communication, okay? Someone's looking very friendly, or maybe someone's looking for a lawyer or a priest, or maybe philosophy, a conversation about philosophy, but someone's very outspoken. That is fire signs for you. But within their energy, maybe somebody will exaggerate and be very irresponsible with their words, being very connering, gossiping. So maybe there's a bit of nervousness, okay? Because now we're in the energy of seeking a communication, all right? Because now we see the Leo, I will, all right? I will communicate. This person is very ambitious when it comes to communication, very competitive person. Maybe looking at the confidence of this person when it comes to creativity, all right? This person can be quite dramatic. We're looking at a very dignified person. He could be extroverted, all right? We're looking at honorable leader, all right? Someone that loves the limelight. Okay, but we're looking at domineering person. You could be an actor, teacher, athlete, or a sculptor. Okay, you might like gold. And no, it's not the right time, fire sign. It's not the right time, fire sign. Okay, it's not the right time because your behavior is not correct, my darlings. Now it's not the right time to have a communication, maybe, for some people. Maybe because his karmic's birthday is tomorrow. You can't communicate. Oh, he's under probation. Yeah, that's the prison warden. For some of these karmics are your prison wardens, my darling. Someone's being very overly critical, maybe. Oh, someone's still trying to figure themselves out. So now's not the right time for a fire sign person, maybe. Fire sign person's figuring themselves out. Now's not the right time to communicate with a fire sign person. Somebody wants to change residence with a fire sign person, so now's not the right time to have that communication. Well, sometimes, right, when you're busy doing something and someone's trying to communicate with you, it's always in the dignity to say, I'm busy and can I get back to you at some point? Yeah, you know. So the energy of communication will be broken down within this masculine energy. Why? Because he's not communicating properly with the divine feminine. Okay? Karma. What goes around comes around, my darling. Because now we're looking at patience. Somebody needs patience. Because someone has to figure themselves out. Okay? Good things come to those who wait. All right? But somebody didn't want to wait. So they put a wait on a date that became too late for divine feminine and divine masculine. Why? Because somebody was on a love spell. Using that witch spell stuff. Maybe an earth sign person that ran a challenge. Maybe they're looking for vacations, you know, because they love the intuition that's been guided by the divine feminine. So they put themselves in the way. Someone's going to be to confession. Oh, why? Because the heart is open. Because the heart is the seat of the soul. Yes, it is. Someone's doing gambling. Oh, water sign person, is it? Never mind. He's a little liar. You got to let go of that one. Have caution. Someone's manifesting, getting a new pet. Okay. But someone's spying because someone is expecting a narcissist. You need to move from a narcissist because maybe they're trying to get pregnant to keep somebody in to say, oh, come back. I'm a gold digger. I love the Someone's going for a divorce. Maybe an air sign person who's seen this karmic cycle. She's very committed. She's moving forward. All right, because there's communication issues. All right, because there's a gold digger in a way, you know. People don't want to communicate. They can have their own health issues by themselves. Now looking at a honeymoon phase, all right. Give it time, my darling. Give it time, okay. There's a major shift in the universe. People don't believe in karma. All right. So someone's going to have a very hard time when they have to actually learn as they go when it comes to karma because they will be in it. Karma. All right. Oh, we could be talking about Queen of Pentacles. Never mind, my darling. Earth sign person. Earth sign person, Taurus person brings bad business, disappointments when it comes to communication. We're looking at bad financial management, a lazy person, procrastination, impatient, and likes to create setbacks because it benefits that person being on their back. All right. Okay, so now we're looking at compromise, maybe. Okay, somebody wants to forgive. Okay, maybe somebody wants to work it out with you. Okay. But do you know what? I've always learned to forgive myself. I don't have to forgive someone because the society tells me to. I believe when we keep forgiving people, they just go back and do the same thing again, whether it's in my face or behind my back, whether it's to someone else or not. So no, I don't give people forgiveness when they do wrong because they know what they're doing. Why? Because everything stems from self first. You've got to think to come out the bed before you come out the bed, right? Okay, so everything stems from self first, okay? Someone's looking at communication, maybe Aries person. Somebody wants to move forward. All right, to get ready to do a dating, but they have to change residence. Someone's moving in or moving out with a partner, maybe Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. So now's not the time because someone's still trying to figure themselves out. All right, someone wants to move forward into confidence because why? They're using the energy, the right energy, right intentions, right actions. Why? Because they're going back to the original state when we had no GPS and no mobiles. We're getting help from the intuition and our soul guides and with God. All right, someone's spreading their wings. Okay, all right, when it comes to date nights to get houses. All right, but now you're looking at expectations. Somebody's waiting, looking to communicate. Maybe someone wants to travel towards you for a date night, to get ready to be wined and dined. Don't let my readings be forced. Please don't do that. Don't wait for anyone. Just keep busy. Focus on your own self, Gemini. Okay. Gemini, maybe someone's thinking of you. Aries is thinking of a Gemini person. Aries probably taking action and courage because they're thinking about communication. Maybe with a Gemini person, because Gemini person is facing their fears, they're releasing. Or maybe this Aries person is thinking about their survival pack. When it comes to freedom, it comes with your intuition. So someone's taking control of their mind. Okay, now they feel more hopeful, empowered, because now we see the mental strength. Because now we found solutions and we feel more relief in the brief. So now somebody wants to come and have a conversation, maybe a Gemini person, or maybe this Aries person wants to face his fear, having a conversation with a Gemini air sign person. Gemini could be moving, changing residence, moving in with a partner, maybe a Libra person, because they got the mental strength. Okay, someone's doing relaxation, talking to God. Okay, because some people need that solitude to recover the mind, the mental, when it comes to the thinking when it comes to Libra. Okay, Libra is all about friends, partnerships, marriages. Okay, or your own individual relationship when it comes to soul contracts or just a contract. Okay, looking at your partnerships, maybe if this person is masculine, Libra person is thinking about it, could be a Gemini person. He's waiting, looking for his ships to come in before he moves forward. But he needs mental solitude. He's recovering, okay, because he's thinking about moving in with someone else. Fire sign person is looking at suspension, okay, he's letting go, because now we're going into Hangman, the Neptune energy, all right? Someone's finding their own spiritual vision, okay, to be very creative. This is what they're dreaming about. So they've seen their purpose, okay, but they're being very creative with their imagination. Why? Because they have psychic abilities to lead them beyond the material aspects of life, okay? The devil wears Prada, and it brings illusions and negative energy. So someone's moving within their highest realms. Maybe a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. So that's why now it's not the right time for someone to communicate, maybe, because they're withdrawing, restriction. We're getting enlightenment. This one, divine feminine, is highlighting the mind of the masculine to do transformation. Because maybe looking at a Leo person, the son of the self. So no, now is the time. Because now it wasn't, now it is. Because someone feels more optimistic. We're looking at the glory of God, man. We're looking at clarity. Someone's got clarity within themselves by thinking, all right, by doing solitude, okay, by letting go, or feeling trapped or an entrapment. This person's looking at success, all right, because now you see the soul of the self, looking at good fortune, looking at the warmth of the soul. Unfortunately, when it comes to the sexuality, someone is trying to figure themselves out. Maybe have a Leo person that needs to have patience when it comes to juggle, because not every juggle you must go into, because it's dark entities. This is how you go down to the fireman's pipe, whether you're going to go to this hell, you know, the heels, the shells and heels that wear heels, the shells from hells that wear heels. Now it's a conflict. Maybe there's a conflict, all right, with a Leo person. And now maybe they want to face a Gemini person. Maybe wants to go on a date and face. He's got that mental strength to face that communication. As long as he's blunt, whether he's right or wrong. I'm sure this person would be more happy, actually. Okay, so now you look at competition. Somebody needs to figure themselves out, because now we're looking at competition. There's too much conflict when it comes to communication. There was setbacks, all right, because there was a massive disagreement. Because somebody brought a rival in. Okay, now we're looking at obstacles, challenges when it comes to communication. Somebody maybe just has to like have patience. Because now we're looking at maybe an upside down King of Pentacles, a very unsuccessful businessman. He's very greedy. He could be a Gemini, Libra person. Okay, maybe he should ask forgiveness from an Aries person and move forward. Because this person's into corruption. Okay, looking at extortion with his poor judgments. Why? Because his communication skills are not very good. Okay, so now looking at maybe a Virgo person. Okay, a Virgo masculine. He could be planetary Gemini, Libra person. Okay, they need to move forward or move out of their partner. Okay, could be a Pisces person. Isn't a water sign person. Now looking at loneliness, isolation. They need to work on themselves, because that work gives them too much paranoia. Someone's doing extreme withdrawal maybe from work. They need to face their fears. Now you're looking at a poor judgment when it comes to a gambler, very unfaithful, materialistic whorepipe. So now they're looking at working, going on in isolation. You can't do corruption. It's madness. Not on your date nights and that. Taurus person, learning. So now you're looking at a Virgo Taurus person. Why can't we get away from these earth sign people? Now looking at overload. Someone's thinking maybe about a marriage or about institution with a Virgo, Gemini, Taurus, Libra person or an Aries person. Because now they're looking at like withdrawal, restriction. Because when it comes to conformity, the guidance of the highest self, it's not. It's at the foot. Some of them has left their body already. This is why there's a spiritual conflict. It's energy. Sometimes when you're dreaming and you see fights or dark energy, when you wake up, look outside of yourself, because that whatever energy you're in, the people, things, and places, you're not supposed to be there. You have to make that change. Number 5, make that change. Yeah, you got to make that change. Maybe a Sagittarius person is refusing to compromise, maybe with a Libra person or a Gemini person. They're very stubborn. You know, you got to withdraw from that person regardless. Now you look at the mental strength of maybe a marriage or an institution. They have to do a withdrawal, restriction to a Taurus, Libra, Gemini person, Virgo person. Too much extortion. It goes against the happiness, goes against the soul of the self. The soul's in the conflict. Energy, we're energy. So you're looking at rivals, obstacles, challenges. This is why there's no growth. This is why there was no like, there was no time for soul connection, because the energy that person has been in for a while, maybe 19 years or 20 odd years, it needs to change, because there's too much secrets with a Pisces person, maybe married to a Libra person. Too much secrets. Secrets will be revealed though, because it's upside down moon. There's a mystery to be unveiled about someone's irrationality. Somebody needs to like look at the shadow of self, but they're fearing. Why? Because they've done too much extortion, unground shit, been poor judgment, extortion. It's hard to face the shadow of self, because to get to heaven, it's about love and truth. So now somebody feels unhappy about the truth. They have a blocked intuition, you know, to create their happiness, but they don't understand the essence of love. I just think people just like dark, man. They just like the dark. Because now looking at Gemini person, the love choices of a Leo person is happy with a Gemini person, an air sign person. Now we're looking at Jupiter. We're looking at the expansion, transformation, okay? Someone feels very optimistic when it comes to a new horizon that's bringing in a good fortune. But unfortunately, to bring in this good fortune, it just wasn't the right time. It could have been like 11 years ago, 12 years ago, 19 years ago. because there was too much clashes of the egos when it comes to competition, maybe in the industry. Some people think they are the industry, so now they're bringing disagreements, bringing rivals, instead of creating more leaders. You know what, right? A really good leader creates more leaders. Now that's sportsmanship. That's my type of energy. Leaders creating leaders. Why? Because a wise man is a teacher and a student. Press like, subscribe if you believe. Because somehow this seems to be a Virgo upside down feminine that lacks stability, reckless spending, shady investments. There's too much codependent relationships going on. So there's a lack of security when it comes to maybe being a power couple. The mind's not matching. The creativity's not matching. The love's not matching. But what matches is the activities in the coffin at night. When you're looking at cousin of death. Bed. When you're sleeping. You know, so there's a conflict. I'm an earth sign person because they're not independent. They're very shallow. They're like rivals. Like challenges. Why? Because no one must be better than them. But you're going to have a big realization, man. Massive realization. Maybe to this King of Pentacles as well. Upside down. Maybe Aries, Gemini, Libra. Person in an institution. A Taurus person. Too much secrets. Secrets are being revealed. The shadows of self. I'm telling you, a lot of people are becoming more intuitive. Famous people ain't going to get away with it no more. No more. Them days are over. It's like they're so in their own bubble that they're not even looking outside of themselves or looking at society. That's how far away they are from society. Because when it comes to Pluto, it's about power in your society. They want power so much when it comes to transformation, when it comes to the money, that they're disconnected from society, but act like they're connected by always using that struggle love. Oh, there's not enough for maybe a white person, black person, rah, rah, rah. But the same person that's moaning about it is in the boat getting the money, getting the assistance, getting the £1 million, getting the big house. But what changes are you doing for society? Away from fashion. What are you bringing to society? Are you raising society's intellect, conscious mind, higher to God to be more intuitive? Are you teaching people the real magic of how you got there? No. Why? Because it was under deception. There's nothing to teach. Just the teeth. So now there's justice. Someone's heart's being weighed. Because now we're looking at doubt, forsaking someone's purpose. Because now you're looking at Pluto upside down. The judgment. Someone's got a calling by avoiding that change. Unhealed wounds. Maybe a Leo fire sign person in competition. Maybe a Gemini person, Pisces person, Taurus person, Virgo person, Libra person. 5 people in this group. Way too much for one soul's entity. It's madness. Why? Because no matter how big a person's house is, no matter how small your home is, somebody will always be jealous. They can have better than you. Not better than you, but they can have more things than you. They got the opportunities than you. And they can still be jealous. Why? Because your energy is different. It's the essence. You can't buy essence, man. Looking at unions, friendships, celebrations, community. We're looking at community support. We want to bring happiness. We want to bring heaven on earth. All right? But it starts within you first. All right? Looking at communication. Someone compromised communication. We're looking at working it out. Maybe Aries person's moving forward with self-confidence. Okay, after maybe being around a Virgo person, unsuccessful businessman that's very greedy into corruption. Let me tell you, fighting, conflict, too many people in people's business. Why? Power struggle. When they see something good for someone, no, that's not good. This time in their mind, you know, they're like, nah, that one's mine. It's gonna be mine. Let me put that person off. ABC. No. Too much clashing, man. Too much rivalry. Someone's doing self-sabotage as well. Ugh. Date night, Aquarius. Queen of Swords, looking for a date night. Gemini person, escaping, fears, releasing, surviving. Looking at the freedom, you know, when it comes to the mental. Okay, nobody should take your power away. So someone tried to do entrapment to a Gemini person, that's Queen of Swords. But Queen of Swords, get ready for a date night. All right, someone's thinking of you. All right. Maybe someone feels that you're lonely. And someone's paranoid. Why? Because you're not lonely. You're happy. You're happy. Haters don't like happy people. Look at self-sufficient person. Look at the perspective of this person. Behind this person's back, there seems to be too much conflict, obstacles, rival, challenges. And that's one thing with Queen of Swords. they have very high boundaries and they're not putting up with that. Somebody probably wants to move or change residence with a Queen of Swords, okay? Maybe want to move with a partner because somebody wants to choose happiness, okay? Someone's thinking about choosing happiness, all right? Maybe it's a Libra or Taurus person, because now you're looking at a Taurus person upside down, looking at recovery, clarity, looking at a positive change, looking at improvements, okay? Because now we're choosing happiness, we're accepting the awareness, we've got clarity that someone is very depressed. Maybe a Libra person or Taurus person institution. Someone's got to let go of them. Maybe a fire sign person. We're looking at Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? Looking at invitation, okay? Looking at head over heart. Alright, looking at someone very totally honest and very aware of self-awareness. We understand God has given us gifts. This is why you've got to go into self-awareness and look out for the signs outside of you. Okay? And let go of people, things in place not serving for your highest good that makes you feel trapped within your mind or within your happiness. Okay? Makes you feel trapped away from your happiness, but creating crisis, restrictions. But we have enlightenment, all right? We've been confined. We're doing a transformation because someone has a lack of awareness, maybe self-loathing, maybe Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Got to let go. They've got to let go of a Pisces person, Taurus person, Libra person. Why? Because they're very overly critical, self-loathing people. In denial, in doubt. Why? Because they don't want to see an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person happy. No way, no happiness for you. Stay with us. Someone is rebuilding, okay? Someone's rebuilding or delaying the most obvious, a tower moment, you know. Now it's not the right time, I guess. Because why? Because they're around a bunch of people that just clashing over happiness, over power, over Pluto, you know. Being powerful within their society. Everybody's powerful. They're just fighting for no reason. They just wasted their energy. Wasted their energy. So now we're looking at a Leo person into victory once he walks away from people, things, and places. Or he walked away from a Queen of Swords and he said, no, I'm going for fame. I'm going for fame. You said, see you later. But the truth is coming out. That's why there's victory, success. All right. Maybe looking at public rewards. Good news for a Leo, Sagittarius person, Aries person, a leader. That's going through triumph. All right. After a ring of people, rank competition, maybe 10 people, maybe 5-10 years now, when it comes to conflicts, debates, minor setbacks, disagreements, rivalry, obstacles, you name it. You name it, man. Playing with enemies, man, hidden enemies. That's why you've got to always tell the truth so you can trust your inner voice. So someone's still trying to figure themselves out, maybe a Leo person, because you've got too much conflicts, all right, too much disagreements, obstacles when it comes to his happiness, or when it comes to being famous or being a victory, all right? Because we're looking at a Taurus person. Maybe he went for fame and fortune with a Taurus person, maybe got married or got engaged, but we're looking at dependence on other people. Very smothering, empty person. This person's a shell from hell that wears heels. A very selfish person that has blocked creativity. So someone needs to figure themselves out. Maybe a Taurus or Libra person. Or a bunch of wives that only look at fame. All right? We're looking at patience because someone's self-sabotaging because they're very reckless, unprepared, and taking advantage. Oh, yeah. Are you Taurus, Libra person? Go and figure yourself out. Maybe they have a competition with a Leo person because it's all about fame, fortune, power. It's all about power, man. Power that they don't fucking have. These are vampire energies, upside down emperors. That means they haven't mastered 1 inch of their queens. Not the Queen of Swords, not the Queen of Fire, not the Queen of Earth, not the Queen of Air, and not the Queen of Water. Okay? So now we're looking at upside down empress. So someone's got to go and figure themselves out. They're all looking for victory, and now's not the time for you for public rewards, my darling, or good news, or leadership. When it comes to maybe an upside down empress, maybe someone married. Because now we're looking at Aries person had a clash with an Earth Angel. Earth Angel is the Queen of Swords. We're looking at moderation. We're looking at communication. Takes patience with these people because they don't have no balance. They're imbalanced. Okay, they're extremists. So now we're looking at harmony. Looking at someone that's looking at self-control. A Queen of Swords. Okay, because a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person sees this conflict behind her, and she's saying, failure. They wanted a failure, backstabbing, defeat, complete painful ending for Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, get ready for a day because somehow we might be looking at Usain Bolt Jr. cracking his record maybe. You don't have no emotions in it. You done that water weight. He got rid of the water. He don't want no love, King of Wands. He wants a fight instead. Overbearing. Maybe he's got secrets to be revealed. Impulsive, impossible expectations. With a water sign person or a Libra masculine, Gemini masculine, all right? Now we're looking at choosing happiness, okay? Somebody stabbed you in the back because they went for an upside down Empress, Taurus, Libra person for fame and fortune. And now's not the right time for that. They have to go and figure themselves out. Go and figure yourself out. So now maybe this Taurus person has a conflict with the Leo person because she wants to be the Empress. Because I wrote to them for 5 years saying that God said I'm the Empress from a past life. This is what happened. This is my energy. And Genevieve Nigel, she has been studying that hard. And God said, do you think I don't know my Empress, you bloody idiot? It's a bloodline. It's not something you study. All right? So now we're looking at creation. Queen of Swords has a mental recovery. She gets all her downloads from God. Okay, because she always chooses happiness. The default is love. So we've got that clarity. That Queen of Pentacles wanted it for prosperity, for creative comfort, security, and maybe opportunities. And now her practicality ass has to go and get my money from every single thing she created new projects from my fresh ideas. Okay, right. Queen of Swords, someone looks at you as very prosperity, creative comfort, okay? They love the way you tell the truth, all right? But I don't want this selfish, self-centered, jealous, envious, smothering, bad investment, greedy person, a Taurus, Libra person, okay? Queen of Swords, we understand. We have to bring patience and self-control because somebody was stabbing you in the back, maybe a fire sign person. Because now they're looking at letting go, all right? Because they have a lack of awareness. All they care about is victory with a Taurus, Libra person that's an upside-down Empress. That all she has is clash within the soul. She doesn't have no soul. It's pure spirit of beating up that girl, man. Look, all these spirits within this person. Clash, 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 clash. Why? Because everybody's coming back for what they've done. She can't blame no one but herself. It's how she treated people. Never mind, she can blame everybody else. Never mind, but you can't lie when it comes to the halls and truth. When it comes to the spirit world, her insides are being battered. Oh yeah, told you. So now looking at Leo person, maybe want to come forward to a Queen of Swords. Oh yeah, because he lacks awareness and he's getting told off with sharp talking. Oh yeah, change your lying life or you know what's going to happen. You wanted victory with the Queen of Pentacles? Nope, you got upside down Empress instead. Okay, maybe someone's very happy, a Leo person's very happy about Queen of Swords and her success, that she is a Queen of Pentacles. She's creative, she brings comfort, she brings security, opportunities. She's looking at practicality and a Leo person loves it. But now's not the right time. Why? Because he's looking at clashing with an upside down Empress, a Taurus Libra person. Competition, that's not a competition, says him right. He's looking at his own rival, not mine. You slept with the devil, man, not me. So now we're looking at, someone's lingering with resentment, I guess. Reconciliation. Maybe someone wants reconciliation because Leo regrets his behavior. Who knows, isn't it? Action speaks louder than words, I guess. So now we're looking at resolutions, all right? Maybe this Taurus person wants to compromise now, wants to have a conversation about this clash, and that ain't going to happen. You can write through your lawyer. No one controls me. And don't approach me enough because I'm not that person. My mouth is loud. I don't need a mic. I tell everyone that as well. Don't step on my toe. Because if I give you 2 words outside, don't look at me like I'm the mad girl, you know. Oh, look at yourself because you were warned. You were warned, mate. Rebuild your life, my friend. Okay, someone's resisting change. Maybe a Leo person and a Taurus Libra person. They need to go figure themselves out. Go figure yourself out because your soul is clashing. Your soul is clashing, girl. Oh, financial recovery, is it? That's why you're clashing with a Leo person, because you used them for financial improvements. Oh, yeah, you did, didn't you? So now you're looking at spiritual and financial recovery. That's what they tried to do. But no, she's not recovered. She doesn't want to. She's unwilling to learn. That's why she's an upside down Empress. Not impressing anybody, not even God. Okay, so now maybe this Leo person is looking at this Taurus person with lingering resentment. Don't worry about it. Just take the book out. That's it. Now you're looking at maybe Emperor is now balancing oneself, because now you're looking at unsuccessful businessman, maybe a Virgo person, stroke Aries person, because maybe he took his struggles or her struggles and he made himself bankrupt. Never mind, says you right. When you're blocking out the people saying you want to use me for my services, no, don't do not you did. Own that, bitch. Now you're looking at hope. Aquarius person is reaching out. Maybe an Aries person wants to reach out to Aquarius person Maybe he wants to say sorry. Maybe he wants to have his shame out in the open. Secrets. Recover from it, man. There's no point holding it. It's going to make you be a mad person. Don't hold secrets of resentment and that. Someone's holding their shame, but they're letting go of it. Because you know why? They're upset that they went for a creation that was sent by God and he went to a Taurus person with strings attached. There's a G-string. So now someone's looking at power and domination. Because a Taurus person is very selfish. Very selfish. But this, I don't understand people, man. How did he know my name? I had 2 emails. Your name, he saw so much details about me. How can you see the details of a Taurus Libra person when it comes to failure, when it comes to projects? I don't get it. Adi Love. And even her name in Lionheart was what? Adilaza. She's obsessed, man. She's been watching that geek. She's obsessed. That's the bunny boiler, bro. Taurus person, yeah. Teaching about the projects. And how to choose happiness and not to miss out on like spiritual gifts from God. Went to teach a Taurus person, and guess what? Failure. Never mind, it's karma. So now someone's teaching and it became a failure. It became disappointment, arrogance, depression. And maybe a fire sign person is looking at peace and quiet because he's at a disadvantage, discouraged, man. Someone, a water sign person, to me, someone should not tell you how to feel, but let's just read the cards. Discouraged this person. Now they feel very insecure. They're being ignored by an air sign person probably, or that's what they're feeling. They're going to be ignored. Because why? They went to teach a Taurus person about creativity. And they went to make money. They had fun. They had all of that. And they blocked Aquarius person in poverty. So now what goes around comes around. Because now you're looking at a bankrupt masculine. Never mind. Now we're looking at maybe maintaining one's control. Maintaining. Why? Because an air sign person's life is changing. Oh, yeah. Blunt talking, defending one's belief. Because why? Someone has a lack of awareness when it comes to victory with a Taurus Libra person. Never mind. Someone needs to go and figure themselves out, a Taurus person. Because there's block creativity, poverty person, a peasant that acts like they're rich and they ain't got shit. Okay? Upside down, selfish, insecure, jealous, demanding wife. Maybe she's looking for revenge. She's looking for low self-esteem anyway. So there is a masculine that is thinking of, he could be a Aquarius Gemini person. He's discouraged about a Queen of Wands. Secret's going to be revealed by this Queen of Wands. And she's looking at being ignored by this air sign person or a fire sign person. She wants to reach out, or she probably keeps reaching out because she's shameful. Secrets are coming out. And this masculine's mind's come to calmer waters when it comes to his money. It could be an air sign masculine person. He lacks awareness about this upside down Queen of Wands. Maybe he's married to this person and all she wanted him was a cash couch. And that's why, look at that. Hangman. Where's the hangman? Hangman again. Hangman. A selfish person. I feel like he feels he's sacrificed. He's done too much self-sacrifice. He's got to accept it, let it go, forgive himself and bring a new perspective. Why was you there? How can I learn from it? And how can I identify different entities under the flesh? Because everybody wears a uniform. Just like you can see a policeman is a policeman, a fireman is a fireman, a child in a uniform is a child in a uniform, and a woman at a secretary is a woman at a secretary. It's the same thing. You just have to have more self-awareness. Maybe someone needs to look at Johari windows. One of my favorite. I always put my, I'm going to make my own one, you know. Do you know what? Goonie. No, listen, when it came to trading about emerging themes, I know I cracked something. I know I did. When I was writing my report, I know I did. Because my teacher gave me a shit mark. But my structure that I wrote about, guess who was talking about it? He did. He put it in his own methodology. He did. I saw what you done. I said, you know what? God would catch you. I'm going to say nothing. And guess who it was? A Nigerian man. There you go. Freckless. Fantasies. Jealous. Disappointment. All they care about is vanity. Look at me. I know all this information, but they pick from everybody to be the center of attention, to be that creative, powerful person. But it's a lie. It's a lie. Same thing at my uni. Some girl cracked something about plagiarism. Next minute, the uni started making posters and didn't even give it a credit. We had to demand for that. I was out of order, man. Like I'm telling you, sometimes universities, man, it's a skank. It's a skank, man. Look how much money you pay for it as well. It's a joke. Someone's recovering. Air sign person, recovering, Gemini person, by his love choices. Maybe a Libra person or Gemini Aquarius person. He's healing the thoughts. Someone's in their thoughts a lot. That's why probably a lot in the air sign energy. When it comes to plans, intellect, information, you know, it's all about the intellect. Yeah, Gemini is thinking about love choice, about their financial struggle, a Taurus Libra person or a Queen of Wands. Because he's looking at the higher priestess. He wants to speak to the higher priestess. They were forsaken their destiny. Someone's probably watching the higher priestess. Someone that listens to their own inner voice, air sign person when it comes to intuition, the divine truth, nothing but the truth. They see the wisdom, the secret, the mystery of the emperor and why he's in a situation. The emperor has to try and balance his emotions. Because somebody probably tried to make a Queen of Swords out to be an upside down empress. But they're not. That's the real empress. She doesn't depend on people. She's not smothering. She's not empty. She's not selfish. And she definitely doesn't have creative blocks. So we look at a mother figure, okay, in the Queen of Swords. We look at the beauty, the creativity, look at the divine feminine that illuminates the mind. She looks not just for herself, she looks at for her community, okay? And somebody looks at her as the Queen of Pentacles. We were just talking about the Queen of Pentacles, actually. That's who he's with, not with me. Someone sees the Queen of Swords as prosperity, the creature of comfort, security, possibilities galore. Hey, that's what he said in my dreams. Ali said in my dream one time, do you know what? You can do anything, you know. And I said, I know I can. I just want a baby. And they both walked off down some corridor. Yeah, I see lots of corridors with doors on either side. I see like lots of schools, classes, hospitals. I see like therapy. Let me tell you something. Go within, do your spiritual recovery, people. Because that's what me and the masculine is be teaching about spiritual recovery, a spiritual program. But Genevieve Nudger saw the value and she said, no, I want to study that. Let's take out the Queen of Swords. Let's take out the Leo and give him this water sign person. So now they're in trouble. Someone's walking away from a Queen of Pentacles because why? Disillusion. There was no emotions. There's nothing you can do for the Queen of Pentacles. There's no emotions. You've got to withdraw, abandon, retreat, move on. The Queen of Pentacles is not who she is. She's a self-centered, jealous, envious buffoon with bad investments. A very greedy bitch. Now you're looking at walking away. Why? Because there was no emotion. 8. It was never any emotions. Never, ever, ever. All right? So now we're looking at retreat, moving on, because someone's looking at emotional immaturity. Page of Cups, upside down, insecurity, disappointment. You could be a vulnerable, upside down King of Cups. That brand confusions, hesitations, too much information. Why? Because the truth's been revealed now. Someone's under anxiety when it comes to reliability. Member, patient man, rise, donkey. Because now looking at struggles. Maybe a fire sign struggle. Because now looking at pipe dream, because he went to a Queen of Pentacles, upside down, Empress. A pipe dream, obstacles, delays, frustration when it comes to the soul of the self. Now looking at tying up 1 and 2 loose ends, looking at fulfillment, harmony, completion for a Queen of Swords. Leo person is self-doubt. Does the Queen of Swords care? No, no. Pride before the fall. Looking at weakness, looking at coward, looking at abuse of power with an earth sign person who's going through a loss of balance, instability. That's the soul of the self. That means she's weak and they have the fucking strength inside herself. I don't understand women, you know. They always act powerful when there's man and money and they got 1 or 2 friends around them to keep that energy of being catty and bitchy. When everyone peels away, let's see who's really got the strength. Definitely ain't Queen of Pentacles. She's done a lot of damage, but let's see how much damage she can do when she's on her own. Nothing. She can't even bloody... Lots of balance. Anyway, disorganized, overwhelmed, all right, because it's an unwise person. and her friends, look at community support, happiness. Oh, well, never mind. Why? Because all they bring is doubt, fear, and now the truth is coming out. Unhappy people. Unhappy people with an earth sign person, no commitment, red tape, greedy, lazy, troublemaker. Troublemaker. Oh, yeah, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Oh, Queen of Wands and A King of Wands ain't got a fucking clue now. Never mind. King of Wands, overbearing. Maybe he's got secrets to reveal. Very impulsive person. Why? Because he had impossible expectations. He's got to move forward from his stupid friends, looking at codependency and bring his own independence. Someone thought they can stuck an air sign person. Why? Because he was entrapment for a Leo person and an air sign person. Now looking at self-victimization, self-imposed restrictions. Someone's going to spiritual prison. I wonder who that is, my darling. Someone around a Leo. Never mind. Looking at Queen of Wands, happiness, using intuition, new relationship, new babies, new creativity. Right? We're using our dreams. Someone upside down. Knight of Cups, very insecure person. The truth is coming out. Your heart's being weighed with an earth sign person upside down, living beyond your means. Someone very jealous, envious, and probably not single. You're now looking at lovers, separation, conflict, disharmony, regret, bad choices, indecisions. Maybe for an Aries person, Sagittarius person, Leo person. Someone's got to look at their own boundaries because they don't have no boundaries. They've got to keep their boundaries up. No boundaries, but they've got boundaries for a 3 months relationship or a date that was nothing wrong with it. But you can put up with a Queen of Pentacles, the devil. Oh, come on now. Just say, oh, there we go. Oh, yes. Keep your boundaries up. Why? Because he went to somebody that wasn't their friend. Doing deception, trickery, dickery, dock. Want to climb a masculine's cock to lick a dick a day. Why? Very dishonest, trying to run away with it. But someone's resting their mind, bringing peace to a Two of Cups relationship when it comes to God's two divine energies. Okay. Princess, my purse is upstairs. Can you give me a purse? So now you're looking at fulfillment, dreams coming true. Virgo's looking at isolation because of this adventure. Someone's looking at free spirit. Why? Because once you get clarity within yourself, you can make major breakthroughs by using your highest self, my darlings. All right. But this team lacks teamwork. Oh, we're an earth sign person. No passion, uninspired people. No motivation, no nothing. No speed, no quality. They like quantity and not quality. All right, because they're lazy people, fearing their own change. Maybe someone's playing it safe with their bad planning, losing interest. Because why? Because they were too busy spying on an air sign person. Now the truth is coming out. Direct spying, was it? From an earth sign person. Why? Because they're looking at prosperity. Oh, yeah. Looking at opportunity for promotion at work. Oh, yeah. Why? Because she lacks her own fucking joy. She's smuggy, materialistic whorepipe, dissatisfaction, greedy cow. When it comes to the willpower of creation, for the desire for talents, manifestations, and resourcefulness. No lack of support, my darlings, when it comes to stability, security, instability, and home conflicts. Why? Somebody needs to leave home. Someone doing self-sacrifice, maybe an Aries person. Maybe gotta let go. Because now you're looking at a karmic cycle. Someone's ending to create a new beginning when it comes to transformation. Maybe a Leo person is going to take a stand against a King of Cups, upside down, a cold, moody, narcissistic person, scheming with the devil. There you go. The devil's never too far away from the King of Cups. Needs to move forward, find his own peace with David Daddy, because you've got unachievable expectations, impulsive procrastinations, and you're coming into conflicts. All right, over godly, sparkling ideas, you bring bad news to yourself. Someone's panicking about someone's speed. Never mind, everybody loves speed when it comes to work. Not everybody likes to work, you see. They like to take their results without the effort, so they don't understand about speed. So they're probably quite confused about the divine feminine, all right? Okay, so now you look at self-control, move forward, all right? Because now, King of Pentacles, upside down, very greedy, corrupted person. A con man that's very into possessiveness, could be her daddy. This is the earth sign family. Very greedy, very stingy, holding on to people's finances. Oh, yeah, because guess what? Taurus person always has strings attached between that G-string. So now you're looking at power and domination, selfishness, a Taurus person. Because a Taurus person is very selfish when it comes to rewards. They like the rewards without the effort. Because why? They like to do setbacks on purpose. So they can go around saying, look at me, I made Lionheart. I'm the only one, darling. When 10,000 people wrote that, produced it, directed, looking at manipulation from a King of Swords, upside down, a cruel, corrupted, abusive, irrational dictator, insane person, trying to rebuild his life. He's resisting change. Why? Self-sabotaging, reckless people, man. Emotional baggage, unsolved issues for these people. And maybe he's being very angry with himself. Why? Because he missed out on the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Too busy about finances, that's why. Love don't mean nothing to these people. Money does though. That's all they care about until they have a financial failure. And now, I bet they're going to be running to God now. Never mind, especially Genevieve Nadia. Remember, walk in love, talking truth. Love you guys. Bye.